Hey everyone, it's Carissa Wiley at sprinkledwithglitter.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am sharing another video in my Simple Set series, and I am featuring the Just Talking bundle from Kristina Werner's February 2026 release. I love this so much, and I hope that you'll leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of these cards as well. So let's have a look at the Just Talking bundle. This includes a stamp set with those nice solid stamps, a die set that has the perfectly cut speech bubble as well as a matte layer, and finally the stencil set, which creates a fun pattern for the background. I'll also be featuring the one-word greetings die set. It's a fun and simple little set that you've seen me use already. Now I'm going to start out with the stenciling, and I have a piece of cardstock that measures 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and I'm taking stencil number 1 from the Just Talking stencil set, and I'm lining it up centered over that piece of cardstock. Now Kristina's stencils are known for being like the 6 by 9 size, which makes them perfect for creating a half sheet of cardstock, and then you can cut them down to create 2 card fronts. In order to help me align each additional stencil, I'm going to use the centering guides that were designed for the Stamp Wheel 2.0 and place them at each corner of the stencil that I've laid down. The color palette that I'm using today is very similar to the color palette that I used for Monday's live stream. It has a little less color in it, like fewer colors, but overall it was inspired by that color palette, and I think it's a fabulous spring palette. So I started with stencil number 1 and I blended watermelon ink over the entire thing. For stencil number 2, I'm using sea glass. Now you're going to notice that I did not push the stencil down around the edges onto the grip mat. And here my stencil kind of shifts, but luckily I was able to salvage this panel and there was blending over the area that I kind of messed up. But when you're placing these stencils in place, you have just that little bit of border that will kind of suction down to the grip mat. You want to make sure that you're pressing that down onto the grip mat to keep your stencils from moving. You're also going to notice that I am doing a little bit darker blending towards various areas of these speech bubbles, mostly towards the bottom, but just giving it a little variation in color. For stencil number 3, I'm aligning it again with those corner alignment guides that were designed for the Altenew Stamp Wheel 2.0, but that work great for aligning these stencils here. They're actually made out of stencil material as well. If you don't have these on hand, you can use some painter's tape or something like that to mark off the corners of your stencil to make alignment between the stencils easy. So stencil number 3, I used Nectar ink and blended that all over. And for stencil number 4, this is where this color palette is going to come alive. I'm using Lemongrass ink, which is this bright yellow-green ink from Concord and 9th. I absolutely love what this does to the color palette. And you won't see the justice that it does until I actually remove this stencil, but it brings such a bright pop and takes this color palette from soft and subdued to just really fun and vibrant. By the way, I like to wipe my stencils before I remove them from my project. That just keeps my fingers clean and helps prevent me transferring ink to other areas of my project. So now that my stenciling's done, I am going to use the stamp set to create my focal speech bubble for each side of this panel. And both of the ones that kind of align where I want my focal sentiment to be are in this exact same shape. So I grabbed this stamp from the stamp set along with the heart, and I'm prepping the surface of the stamp by rubbing my fingers over it to make sure that I get a good stamped image. And I'm going to ink up the heart and the speech bubble in watermelon ink for the first stamping. I have some Hammermill white cardstock in my Misty stamping tool, and I'm just going to press that down. Now, I didn't actually end up using the stamped versions of the heart, but that's okay. I can keep them on hand for another card project in the future. Now, before stamping this another time, I'm going to wipe down my stamps because I'm going to use a different color of ink for this stamping. For the speech bubble, I'm going to use the sea glass ink, and for the heart, I'm going to use Nectar ink. Again, I just looked at the panel and kind of visually split it in half, and saw which of the speech bubbles on these finished panels that I'm going to be creating were kind of centered up towards the right lower third of the card. And they happen to be a watermelon and a sea glass color. So I'm stamping those to give them a little more oomph on the front of the card. They're going to be a little more solid than the blended pieces. Now you could also die cut these out of the solid colored cardstock that coordinates, but I thought this would kind of blend a little bit better with the ink blending that I had already done. So I lined up my die and die cut that stamped speech bubble from the watermelon cardstock. I also die cut the heart. And now I'm going to flip my paper around and die cut the nectar version of the heart as well as that sea glass speech bubble. I love using inked pieces sometimes more than I like the colored cardstock. It just kind of depends on the look that I'm going for. Now I also die cut 2 additional white cardstock pieces with that speech bubble die. And now I'm die cutting the smaller heart die from nectar and watermelon cardstock and the matte layer for this speech bubble, or the shadow layer for the speech bubble, out of some champagne foil cardstock from Concord and 9th. I'm going to be stacking those plain white die cuts behind that stamped version to give it a little dimension. Now for this delicate sentiment, I'm using the Hello greeting from the One Word Greetings die set from Kristina Werner. I'm going to place some Altenew sheet adhesive on the back side of a piece of white cardstock. I'm pressing that down, and then I am going to die cut this Hello die cut from that piece of cardstock that has the adhesive on the back. This is going to create a sticker of this die cut and going to make stacking multiple layers of this very delicate die cut a little bit easier. Now I popped it out of the die and the backer remained attached to the cardstock. So I grabbed the first backer that I removed from the sheet adhesive and I placed my sticky die cuts on top of that to kind of hold them while I'm doing my die cutting. Now I die cut 4 of those and I'm stacking 2 layers of, or 2 groups of 2. So I have 2 sets of these stacked up Hello die cuts. You can see I'm just placing one on top of the other, using my fingers to make sure they're aligned and then pressing those down. So you can see I'm kind of laying out my card here on this one solid panel to make sure I have everything that I want. I'm going to do some stamping on some of those ink blended speech bubbles. I went ahead and placed my Hello die cut greeting on top of the stamped version and flipped it over and added some liquid glue. And to the back of that, I'm going to add 2 layers of the plain white die cut speech bubble. Again, this is just giving it a little bit of dimension. And when I add it to that foiled layer, it's going to help it kind of stand up off of that just a little bit, but it's not going to be as deep as adding foam adhesive. I also used liquid glue to adhere the stamped and stacked up layer to the shadow layer. And that champagne cardstock gives just a little bit of shine behind that, and it will help it stand out on the card front. I repeated that same process with the sea glass version. You can see it over there on the right. And once I knew that I had exactly what I was going for, I took this panel over to my trimmer and I trimmed it in half at 4 1/4 inches. Now I'm going to do some trimming down of these panels, but before I do that, I want to stamp the sub sentiments from the stamp set onto these panels so that I make sure that I kind of keep them in the frame once I die cut them down. So I've lined up my stamps in my Misty stamping tool with the speech bubbles, and I'm inking them up in mushroom ink. This is a nice alternative to a deep dark black ink. It still gives contrast, but it doesn't have quite as much like boldness as a pure black ink. I think it's dark enough without overtaking things. Now, a black ink could be a possibility here, but I didn't want quite that much contrast, so I'm using the mushroom ink instead. So I stamped card number 1, and then I picked 2 different greetings for card number 2 and stamped those in mushroom ink. And now I can use some Precision A2 dies from Spellbinders to die cut these panels down, making sure that I have plenty of room for the stamped greetings. You can see I actually die cut these into 2 different sizes. This one with the sea glass is a little bit smaller than the other, and so I'm just kind of using the elements that I have on there to guide me for the size that I want. Now I grabbed those same dies, but a little bit larger versions, and I die cut champagne foil cardstock to create mats for each of these cards. And you can see I die cut one rectangle from the center of the other to preserve some cardstock. And for that smaller panel, I actually did die cut another layer out of that to preserve the inside of that. I flipped this over, added some liquid glue to the back of the card front, and placed that onto that champagne foil cardstock layer there. That's just going to give it a little bit of shine and pull in the shine that's around the speech bubble. And for the speech bubble, I used some foam adhesive to attach that onto my card front so that it has a lot of dimension. Now on the back side of this, I added a full panel of foam adhesive before attaching it to a linen card base. This is just a white cardstock that has a little bit of texture to it. I don't have the link to it because it's an old Essentials by Ellen product, but I love it and I wish I could find it. So if you have a great source for some quality white linen cardstock, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I finished both of these cards off with a few sparkling clear confetti pieces. I'm adding them on using a dual tip embellishment tool and some liquid glue. And that finishes off these 2-for-1 cards, a simple set series video featuring the Just Talking bundle from Kristina Werner's February 2026 release. I knew when I saw these speech bubbles, I had to use them. And I actually think that this is a card that you could create over and over again very easily because the stencils are easy to blend and you just need a great 4-color palette to create these cards. I love that when you stencil just one 5.5 by 8.5 inch sheet of cardstock, you can get 2 full A2 size card fronts out of these. So really you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. And by using the stamps and the dies to kind of coordinate with it, you have a lot of options available for you with this bundle. Now, as always, I'll have links to the featured products used in these projects in the description at YouTube. So if you're looking for something in particular, be sure you check there, or you can head on over to my blog at sprinkledwithglitter.com. I'll have that linked below as well. Over there, you'll find more still shots, more information, and a complete list of supplies. As always, I want to say thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I am so glad you're here. I hope while you're here, you found a little joy, you found a little light, and you were inspired in some small way. If you enjoyed these projects and you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to hit that thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications here so you don't miss any of my paper crafting, card making, and live stream video tutorials. Once again, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the very end. You know, if you've made it this far, you are one of my favorites. To subscribe to my channel, go ahead and click the button on the left side of the screen. And here's a couple more video tutorials I thought you might enjoy.